Do you want to know some leaked information in Battlefield 1? Well, continue watching today's video to find out. So before I quickly start this video, I want to quickly give a shout out to Lobix300 on Reddit. He posted a thread which had all information about leaked information about Battlefield 1. So I'm going to be talking about the leak, and I'm also going to have the link to the leaked information on Reddit down in the description down below. Huge shout out to Lobix300 for providing us with all the leaks in the game, and this provides like episodes, subtitles and dog tags and weapons, all the weapons that are coming in the game, the gadgets and what they're going to be having, and melee weapons and maps and game modes and camos, and there's so much more that's inside this thread. And that's about the chapters and episodes inside the game. So there's always a prologue, as you guys already know, and in the prologues there's like only one chapter and how your character begins, and there's like episode 1s and there's all chapters under them. So there's like the flight school, the total war, carry your friend, and blitz, and there's way more. There's like episode 2, nothing is written, and through the mud, and Vanti Savaya, the runner, and epilogue. And one that stood out to me was Still on Steel. So if you guys do remember the image that I'm putting up on screen right now, it's the one of the armored soldier, and that armored soldier is going to be in story mode. I don't think so it's going to be coming in multiplayer, because I was looking at the gadgets and all that stuff and nothing had like steel or armor or anything like that. And the only thing that stood out was the episode 3 where it said free mud and blood, and in chapter 4 there's going to be Still on Steel, and that's probably the one that's going to be having the steeled armor and so on. So in episode 2 what's really stood out to me was here the deserts, and probably it's like in episode 2 straight away you're going to be moving to the deserts, and that's probably where you go in the Arabian environment and you're going to be fighting in them. And in episode 4 and 5 they didn't have any anything in the chapters, so that's pretty weird. And in episode 6 what really stood out was Gallipoli. One of the chapters said Gallipoli, and that's probably like the Gallipoli War or something like that. So the subtitles and single player characters, there's a huge link of all the subtitles and characters that are going to be in the game, and then some of the characters, and I think the protagonist is named Pritchard, and there's another guy called MacManus, and there's another guy called Finch, Townsend, and Ed Wood, and that's not the complete list. There's way more people that are in the single player, so that's just what's been leaked so far. And what's pretty cool that they have some dog tags, and they some of the dog tags are like the road to Battlefield 1. You needed to play some Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline to get like a dog tag that's pretty normal. And some other ones that really stood out to me was the closed alpha. So if you guys have played the closed alpha, probably in E3 or anything like that, you guys probably get a dog tag as well. And also for the open beta, so that's confirmed that it's going to be an open beta. And a lot of people have been saying, is the open beta just on PC, or is it going to be on PS4 and Xbox One? And I personally think that beta is going to be on every console and also on the PC. It's going to be coming out really soon, because as we know, we are really close to the game's release, and they're going to release the beta really soon. And one that really stood out to me, that was really funny, was awards for players who play who make the best choice and choose an AMD Radeon. So if you guys have an AMD Radeon graphics card, you're gonna get a Battlefield dog tag. That's pretty cool. So also they had a huge list of the weapons, and some of the weapons that I was searching, like the first couple, like such as the Barrett model 1918, really stood out to me, and it looked like the weapon that we've already seen in the closed alpha. And there's way more shotguns and sniper rifles and assault rifles and all these tanks and pilot jets and boats and all this stuff that are in this leak. So make sure to click the link if you want to see more information about all the weapons that are being in the game. And another thing that we're going to be talking about is the gadgets. And as we know, we have the assault, the engineer, the support, and the sniper. But now it's kind of different. In Battlefield 1 we're going to be having the assault, the medic, the support, and the scout. And what the assault's going to be having is they're going to have grenades and mines and bridge guns. That's pretty much, the assault has turned into an engineer now, and the medic is pretty much the assault rifle. And for the medic they have bandages, and I think the bandages are going to be like the first aid kit, like in Battlefield 4 where you have the normal medic kit. And there's another one called medic bag, and that's probably the other one that you unlock later on in the game once you're progressing a medic soldier. And there's also a syringe, and syringe is probably the defibrillator where you can revive your friends and stuff. And there's also a wrench, and the wrench pretty much stood out to me, and it's like the medic is pretty much an engineer and an assault all together, so you can help repair tanks and vehicles and stuff, and also help out the soldiers inside the battlefield by reviving and providing medic kits. So the support's pretty much the same as you guys know. You get the ammo crates, the mortar, mortar and the trip mine bombs. And for the scouts was pretty much they have a flare gun and a cable. I didn't understand what the cable it is. If you guys do know what it is, just put it down in the description. I was looking at some Google images and I didn't really understand what it is. So yeah, and also one thing that all soldiers and all classes are going to have is gas masks. So if you guys know that in the game every character is going to be equipped with gas masks, and you can just turn it on every time you see gas around you. You can just flip on the gas mask and continue fighting. That's pretty cool. So some of the grenades that we're going to be having in the game is fragmented, and fragmented are probably like the normal grenades, and there's also gas grenades, impact grenade, incendiary, and mini and smoke. And there's other weapons, melee weapons, and there's like a hatchet, there's a knife, and a saber. The sabers are pretty much the knife as the one in the lady holds in the Arabian map. And there's also a shovel, a bayonet, a mace, and a club. And there's a huge list of all the maps that came out. There's about 10 maps that are leaked, and there's Aminius and Chatua and Desert, and there's like a lot more. There's like Forest, Italian Coast, Mountain Fort, there's Scar and Source. But some of these names like Scar, it's like Saint something. Put the image on screen for that map. And there's like 4 maps that were already leaked with images on the Battlefield 1 website. And the game modes that are going to be coming out on Battlefield 1 are Rush, Conquest, TDM, Breakthrough, Domination, Possession, and Air Superiority. As we already know Rush, Conquest, Team Deathmatch, Domination, and Air Superiority. They've already been in previous Battlefield games. These 2 that stuck out were Breakthrough and Possession. I think Breakthrough is going to be like the one that they have the huge blimp in the air, and you have to probably drop it down. And I don't know what Possession is. I haven't seen any gameplay of Possession, but once we get closer to the beta, or probably we're going to be seeing more gameplay of the Possession game mode and all the other game modes as well. So as you see, as the camos, there's way more camos. I've seen like there's like checkered camos, desert camos. There's also the M1917 camos, there's spray camos, like woodland camos, and that's pretty much normal. And there's also exclusive sounds. I'm not going to play any exclusive sounds because I've seen some of the weapons of the exclusive sounds, and also the soldiers screaming and all that. They also have them in different languages, so such as French, Dutch, and the United Kingdom, such as English. And they also have a robotic sound, so that's pretty cool. And for the Battlefield packs, there's also Battlefield packs in the game. There's so much Battlefield packs, there's bronze, silver, and gold. For some of the Battlefield packs, you need to like pre-order the game and also have like free origin deadline. So that's pretty much everything that's been leaked in today's. I want to quickly shout out Lobix300 for providing us with the leak. This has been released like about 1 day ago, so check out the link in the description. It's on a Reddit post on Battlefield_1, and if you guys want to check it out, make sure to check it out. And this has been your boy Double K Dominate. Hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace guys, I'm out.